Move the comsat out from the moon. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it can land us, and we can always drive over. It's only a short 2-kilometer drive. Yeah, larger com orbit, yeah. I see what you mean. Red Devil, thank you for 39 months. Yeah, that polar orbiting scanning thing, I could just move it right out, couldn't I? I'd have a better bounce, basically. I think we put an ion engine on it. I can't remember what the Delta V left is, though. Well, touchdown confirmed. 200 Delta V left. Jeez, man, that's not a lot, is it? See, I'd like it here. Ideally, I'd like it there. But I can't control it, can I? I can't throttle up or anything. And so we put something in orbit that can relay comms. Or we do it at night when it's facing... Like, we do it in the dark, basically. You just deployed solar panels, should be able to control it. I can't. Look, I'm throttling up. Nothing's happening. Now, the problem is we're going to have to move this flag. Can you pick flags up? Because I don't really want the flag to indicate that the fuel station's here. And then when you get here, it's actually a kilometer away. Might be able to use Z and X. What does that do? S. Jackson, thank you for 3 months. Can I pick a flag up? It's a communication problem, not an electric problem. Yep. Yeah, we're fine for electricity. Right, Kerbal. What a name. Can you please pick that flag up? Take down. There we go. Right, let's see if the engineer can drive over there now. What was the hotkey for panels? I think it's 1, wasn't it? There we go. Right, where is it? There it is. This is not an easy thing to move. Like, it doesn't want to turn. You love the chill music, yeah. I could use the RCS, couldn't I? Maybe it'll help to turn. The big problem with this is just slowing it down. It does not want to stop. Yep, it's full of fuel, which means big explosions. There's something on the ground here, look. If I try to drag that thing, I reckon it'll go badly wrong. It also has the turning circle of a cruise ship. See, right now I'm hitting the brakes. You wouldn't know. Like, we're max brake, max RCS, and this thing doesn't want to stop. Lol, Chris.
The plot twist is Kerbal is actually a hamster. Capital.
Right, can I turn? Isn't there some way to, like, remove from symmetry, friction control auto? We just gotta take our time, I think. Sherlock, they're on a 200%. Look, they're maxed out. What's the traction control exactly? I'm sure it turned more yesterday, Beaker. It has, you know, it's fully loaded with fuel now, so it's a lot heavier. But even so, this thing is not turning. Messing with the traction control can help, but you've no idea how it works. Ooh, brings the motor down. Let's put it on 2 and see what happens. This thing is horrendously bad at turning. Well, in theory, when you turn left, which I'm doing, it should apply the brakes on the inner wheel, shouldn't it? If the RCS will help. I mean, I don't know. Are these wheels just not meant to turn or what? Yep. He has to mine the moon for the rest of his life, Arc of Blue. But it's okay. We've told him that we'll look after the family. No, I think the differential braking wheels. I think when you turn, like it applies the brake on one side and not the other. But even so, it's not turning very much. Yeah, I realize I have a giant thruster on the back. Do I want to apply it? Not really. I've turned SAS off. Not sure how it's going to help. Try it. I mean, this thing's got a reaction wheel as well. You'd think that would help. Like, I'm steering full left. And it's like... Is it turning? I don't know. I think you'd have to turn off... Hang on. Remove from symmetry, maybe. Let's put the parking brake on. A quick save it. If you do remove from symmetry... Spring damper auto. Like, it doesn't tell you what any of this does. Motor direction, normal, reverse. Hang on a minute. If we put this one into reverse, remove some symmetry and put this one into reverse, what happens then? It doesn't go anywhere. No way. Result. We can actually turn turn it now. Look at this. I can actually point it and then re-enable normal direction. Yay! We can actually turn. Just lock the wheels one way. Like a tank just does that now. Yeah, now turn on booster max. Gotta get over there and just move this thing somehow. I tell you what, friction, I mean, I don't know. We're going uphill through the dust and it doesn't slow down that much. On the claw. Hang on, I don't want to go into this at 5 meters a second. Slow down. I'm just going to hit the brakes here. Do an F5 and then we'll try. Yeah, I could do that, Firefly. See if we can grab hold of this thing. I don't know what this is going to do. That was slightly unexpected. The fuel station is currently unavailable due to unexpected circumstances. We do apologize for any inconvenience. There's a local store just 1.5 million miles away. Thank you, Beaker. You pierced the fuel container. Well, what else am I supposed to grab hold of? Everybody was like, oh yeah, if you use a claw, you can just grab hold of it and it'll be fine. Not if you use the claw, it'll just detonate the fuel tank. Do we just need to like drive into it a bit slower? Or after all this, is it just a non-starter? Oh, God. Let's try driving in like very slowly and, you know, hope that it kind of works okay. Let's just try and be like really gentle, but I personally think this is just going to keep blowing up. Right, F5. Send the gimbal off those thuds, trust you. The gimbal off those thuds. Oh, you mean these? Yeah, that's fine. It's not going to help this though, is it? I'm wondering if what happened is the claw went in, and because I didn't have the parking brake on, it started to roll away, took it with it, and detonated it. Maybe. So, the next question is, can we transfer fuel from these tanks? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yep. Great success. That's what this is. Look at these. All these tanks just fills up one of those. That's crazy. 4 years, Dave. You don't get me kebabs, you don't get a shave, and you pick on me. Just like my missus. Deploy drill. I think we're drilling. How do radiators work if there's no atmosphere? They have to... You transfer heat via electromagnetic radiation or by effectively conducting it or convecting it. So since there's no atmosphere, you can't convect it. You can't really conduct it, so that it has to transfer away. It has to radiate away as infrared energy, effectively. Which is why cooling in space is actually quite difficult. So which tanks are it? Why can't it fill up these main tanks automatically? Oh, it is. Look at this. Look at that. It's filling up that tank. Oh my god, you can just leave that running for a month now. You come back, there'll be loads of fuel. Nice. Well, learned some stuff. If I was doing this again, I'd probably I'd probably put like a metal piece on the outside, so you grab the metal piece rather than grab the tank. I think grabbing the tank creates problems. What is this? What is this madness? Here? What's going on? What the heck is that? Who moved that? How did... That wasn't like that. Come on, game. Game, please. Can I get an engineer to fix that, do you reckon? Can an engineer physically move apart, or is that just going to fully nope out? Oh, God, that's annoying. It's a bug. Oh, God. Oh, well. It's a feature. That's interesting. Why can't I actually check how much fuel are in these tanks when I'm in the station? Is it because we have no comms with it? I bet it is. I bet it's because we have no comms link. That's so weird. Yeah, we have to put the flag down, but if Kerbal jumps out, then the mining will not be as good anymore. In fact, the mining might even stop, I don't know. When you have an engineer, the mining's more efficient. It shouldn't be too separate vehicles to top his shit off. Yeah. God, just give you a sense of scale, doesn't it? How nuts is that? Okay, when you finish playing in the sand, can you get up? Thank you. Industrial mining, right. Manchester services. Oh, what? Click the wrong button. Manchester services. 20% off. 20% sale now on for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply. Namely, only hamsters can get this discount. There we go. Error bar's 50p. You'll be lucky. Now, there's actually... I put a pod on this thing. I put a pod on this, which has all that equipment. Look at that. Look at that. So if you want, we can actually RGB this up. Because what we can do is, if I swap that for that for a second. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, it's okay. I can RCS back up. I don't need RCS. We're all good. I can climb all the way down. I was clever. Can you get wiper blades? Dude, you can't even get water here. Why would we sell wiper blades? Can that go if you want now? There we go. So if we do that, so that one's red. You can't really see the red, can you? Not very good, these lights. I literally can't see it. It's so bad. Like, what? It's the day. So what? It's horrendous. Like, you can't see the color at all. Mickey, have a good day. I'm so glad I put this ladder on now. Hey, Coco. The brighter than your future. Oh, what? Are you kidding me, game? Irish Winter, thank you very much for subbing. What part fell off? Nothing important. Just the control module and batteries and dish. Nothing that we need. That explains no comms. I'm going to have to load it back in and do that launch again, aren't I? Okay, so knowing what we know now about this station, what do we need to fix apart from that top bit? Should we put some metal struts on the outside so this thing can grab hold of it? A comms relay. That's the biggest dish I have. Why would a docking... The problem with a docking port, Rome, is you have to know where to put it. That's the problem with it. This time land close to the original site. It's a bit difficult. If it's too large, you can have a second engine and you can pick up heavier things. Huh? Well, I could move the scanner, yeah, potentially. I'm not really sure how legs will help. It was designed to sit on the ground, and I think it does that quite well. I might move these engines up slightly just in case the movement was what was causing the detonation. Nah, the engineer can't fix that. It's just not possible. Structural tubes in the bottom system goes wrong, it won't immediately destroy the tanks. What do you mean by that? Do you mean what I just said, like metal pieces to get hold of? Why does it need legs, though? Why can't it be built? Because you can't put this in his cargo. You can't, like, he can't. It's not a cargo item. It's not an item that you can put in his backpack and, you know, put somewhere. Legs with the dampening springs can help prevent physics bugs. Right, okay. All right. We're going to have to load back in. I can't remember where the save was. Was it Miner on the Moon? Was it that one? Was that where we were last night, Miner on the Moon? I think it might be. It's a rip. It's definitely a rip. We can make some tweaks to the thing as well. Manchester service is open. Thank you. Right, we'll put legs on it. We'll put something for it to grab hold of. I don't really understand why we need a docking port on there. Right, Space Center. We don't need to redo the rocket. I just need to tweak it. We've already got the rocket saved. I just got to put it back up there. We'll try and move the probe as well, maybe. The relay probe. When you do two things, physics restarts. There's a huge potential for physics errors at that point too, right? You can take the battery and control on the main engine on the final stage. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I see what you mean, because we're going to deorbit it anyway. I'll leave it there anyway, but I see what you mean. The more engineers you have close to each other, the larger the items you can pick up in one move. One engineer can only move small solar panel, but two can pick up larger ones. Yeah, we're never meant to have people there, though. That's the problem. But I you know, appreciate the info. Manchester Fuel Depot rocket. That one, I think. Yeah, this is it. Just want to check. Yeah, I mean that is properly connected. So whatever physics derp happened here, I'm gonna strut it to that. That's now strutted to that. That should stop that from happening, hopefully. Now you're back in the ground, should you launch a relay station as well? Well, we're going to try and maneuver the other one soon. If we fix this, put this into orbit around the moon, and then we'll solve the comms problem. And then we can carry on. So we need some legs here. Landing strut LT2. The problem is these are 0.1 of a ton. These are quite chunky. I'm thinking if we have one on each side, then we can make the grab point here for anything that wants to connect. Well, we just had a discussion about the legs, Techie, and the reason for putting legs on there is because it stops the physics from derping out too much. What do you mean, use struts? The point is that legs cushion the impact between the ground and the vehicle, and Kerbal physics being what it is, the landing struts give you some buffer between the two things. Try and get these at the same height. Should give it reasonable stability and stay out the way of the rover. And then if we put something here, I'm not sure what we want here, but something for the rover to grab. How do you transfer the fuel from the moon surface to the fuel station? We're going to need a transfer rocket. You put them close to the engines. Get hold of that. It's really difficult to see if they're like on the same level. Looks like a serious rocket. Oh yeah. Right, maybe something to grab hold of on the outside. Structural. Possible is those little I-beam things. Something like that. Doesn't look great. But if it clamps hold of that, I mean, it needs to get the height of it right as well. So you'd need more than one of them. Unless there's a nicer component we could use. Can a robotic arm grab another? I don't know. The other thing you could do is put a larger kind of, maybe not that one, maybe that one. Put like that on it, and it would grab hold of that. But again, you need to have it at the right height. The height was just below the orange crap. Yeah, but don't forget it's on legs now. So who knows where it is. Getter's nine beams don't allow for transferring fuel. Well, if it grabs hold of anything, it doesn't matter. It can grab the leg and transfer fuel. The way I understand it. Extend the ladder, why? It's not a manned vehicle, you're not meant to get in it. There's nothing to get. This is a fuel tank. The other thing is, I didn't use this fuel here last time, so we can just get rid of it. They can jump to it. What, you mean get rid of the last piece? Is that what you mean? Well, he climbs up and just accesses that. I just did that, so I don't see the problem. Oh, you mean because the legs now? Ah, I see what you're saying. I get what you mean. Which is the one we need? Oh, it's alright, isn't it? Is that glitched in too much? There we go. You think I got 4 ladders? Yep. Yep. I mean, in theory, we don't need symmetry, but whatever. Let's see. So the problem we have is we don't know where this is relative to the rover. I don't know. I'm just trying to think how we can test it. Ideally, what I want is this on the runway and the rover on the runway. I'm just wondering if he can bring this up a stage to the runway somehow. Like if we get rid of that. If we have that, can we put that in as a... part on its own, maybe? Spawn the rover at the airstrip. Yeah, but what do we do with this? Can we drop that in as a subframe? Selected part is non-attachable. Right, so if we put a... what do we need to put on the bottom to make it attachable? We need a connector. Actually, let's just try and load that. Comms cone and better broke off air on the moon. Oh, you mean... I see. Well, Scorpio K, I'm hoping to land it myself rather than have MechJeb do it. For that, I need comms, though. Actually, let's load the... This is why he's doing the changes. As if somebody clipped that. All the little mishaps get clipped. Come on, game. It's pretty bouncy. Right, if we do that, and then I go back to Space Center and try and spawn the other thing. MechJeb. It's in the mod spreadsheet, Ale. Cup of tea. You saw a Space 99 Eagle Transporter mod the other day. Oh, what, did someone actually make one? Okay. Maybe bring it down. Oh, is it going to spawn at 90 degrees? Please don't do that. No. Hang on. I had it then. Like that, please. Clear the runway, abort the launch. Oh, come on. I gotta go move it off the runway just so that this thing can spawn it. Honestly. The faff is real, guys. Like, why? I never understood in this game why they don't allow you to do things like spawn a vehicle next to another vehicle so you can see how they attach, or spawn a vehicle inside an environment so that you can test it. Like, give me the same settings as Juna and let me see what this behaves like. There's mods for that. It should be in the game. You can spawn in any orbit on other planets. Why didn't they pull that into the base game, eh? I hope with KSP2 they do that. I've got to get this thing off the runway so that the game doesn't cry. Let's see. And we've got a sloped runway. Probably better just reversing off the back there, aren't we? Wiggle, wiggle. I presume if we get it off here, it won't count as being on the runway. Advantage of this is I don't need to turn it round either. Ooh, good brakes, good brakes. What? The game cannot be saved at this point. Leaving now will set you back to the last save. What are you talking about? What game, please? What are you talking about? You gotta wait a sec. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? It's I can't stop it bouncing. It's like a... Is that the traction control? No. I don't even know why it's bouncing. You're out of bounds. It's gonna fight me all the way, isn't it? Spring damper. Override. Spring strength. Damper strength. How about that then? Oh, this is amazing. Oh god, it just started bouncing up and down. Oh yeah. That was like one of those rapper cars, like boom boom. That was amazing. Stupid game. How do I... Oh, I can't even get rid of it now, can I? Actually, I think I F9'd it before I did all that. So I can't exit because it's bouncing. I can't stop it bouncing. This game doesn't want me to test this. Spring damper auto or override. Maximum damp. And a relatively low spring. Settles it down. Right, settled down, right? Got that? Now we can go back to the Space Center because it's not moving. Right. Please let me spawn. Please let me spawn. You know what it's going to do? It's going to spawn it like on the edge of the runway so I can't get the vehicle. Did it save into here? Yes, it did. Right. Launch. Oh, it's let me do it. It'll probably just drop it from like a great height now. It's got landing legs. Maybe it'll survive. Even it was bouncing. Did you see that? Try and get a rough idea for where it'll connect. I think the back wheels might be on the slope, maybe. Of course you clipped that, Genesis. Of course you did. So we find out we can't get up the hill. Well, we could try connecting, but I just want to know the height that we're connecting, really. Do you know, that's not actually a bad guess. Look at that. That's almost bang on. As if. That's like... I mean, you could put it up a tiny, tiny bit. But otherwise, that's pretty much spot on, isn't it? Sweet. Revert flight. Clear the runway. Go for launch. Actually, though... The only problem is this, like, because we played with the suspension settings, we kind of pushed the vehicle down a little bit. And when we're on the moon, our ride height might vary depending on whether we're fully loaded with fuel or not. So... it may not work perfectly. Well, both of them kind of have suspension. Tweak it up just ever so slightly. Wait, we're in the wrong place. We are in the wrong building. Change settings on the moon as well. You can, to some extent, yeah. Let me get rid of that rover. Otherwise, I will forget. I was thinking about that, Sniffer. I was thinking should we just have 3 different portites? But honestly, can you imagine trying to drive that rover around to another... Can you imagine trying to drive the rover around to another another side of it so that you can connect to the port? It would just be awful. Yeah, that's another thing, DP. Why didn't they give you a refueling arm in the game? So many cool, useful things they should have put in the base game. That's why you need a robotic arm on the depot. Well, how's it going to help us to transfer fuel, Mavi? It's not that much effort, though, is it? Like, if mod authors can do it, they just contact the mod author and just go, look, can we put this in the game? And they go, yeah. There you go, done. Scania Flyer, thank you for tier 2. 14 months. Manchester Fuel Depot Rockets. That's the autosave. Manchester Fuel Depot Rocket 1, isn't it? I think it's 1. That's the one. Right. Is there anything else that we want to add to this thing before we go for launch again? I just hope all this survives. It doesn't need a backup solar panel, I don't think. Like, it's got a backup 2 solar panels on the top, though. Com satellite. It already has an RA-15 relay antenna. Take the fuel out of that. We don't need any experiments. Did I not do that DMC, Tom? I thought I already auto-strutted that. The only Kerbal at the fuel factory will be the one in the rover. Like, this is just a fuel tank, basically. Yeah, you don't need to pivot the dish, thankfully. Let me just double check the strutting before we go anywhere. No, we can't. We can't see inside. It's locked away in the magic box. Sync guidance. Why has all this been reset? The heck? That's slightly concerning. Is it me, or do these things look like... Wait, why is it spiraling now? It has reset something over here, I'm telling you. They look like little, I don't know. Like little arms and a head. There's the cap. Like little faces and arms like this. It's just like, I don't know, they just look like, almost like people now. Like, yeah, like minions. Just like little minions. Because they've now got arms and an eye and stuff. It's just so weird. It's like they've strapped 4 minions to the outside of a rocket. I couldn't paint them yellow. You've got orange and white at the end of colours. Right, we're going to want to take over at some point. Destage the main engine. Non-floating Fatman. You always try to make your rockets like faces. You have 1x6 solar panels as whiskers. And then you can give your rocket a cute name. Delta V's coming down awful quick. I think we may have added too much weight now. Yep. We've lost quite a bit of Delta V doing that.